and welcome to day 29 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. Exercise not being in my parents' dictionary is a problem, and I'm here to fix it. Previously, I shared how I've gotten fitness equipment, free fitness trackers, and scheduled family days out, which helped get them moving. But that's not enough because they're still not crazy about exercise like I am. So here's what I'm doing. Sharing exercise content with my parents to inspire and motivate, sharing exercise-related deals, making it easy and reducing the barrier for them to cultivate these healthy habits. Just like how I got my uncle a yoga mat to encourage him to do more at-home workout, so at least it's there when they feel like it. Right now, Dad is taking it slow using what I've given him to do simple workouts and opting for stairs instead of the escalator. Dad is also encouraging Mom to join him. She's recently started this body patting or tapping exercise, which she said made her very breathless already. I hope they keep this up. Hi and welcome to day 30 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. I was telling Mom the other day there are two groups of people. Group 1 focuses on prevention and Group 2 doesn't plan or prevent and has to resort to cure. Take phone use and eye breaks as an example. Group 1 will take vision breaks from their phone to prevent future eye problems, while Group 2 only starts taking vision breaks when their vision worsens. And Group 2 is where my mom and dad are situated. Mom has been experiencing more floaters and more recently flashes of light in her eyes, and while I recognize this is probably a result of age, excessive phone use can stress the eyes. I don't even remember the number of times I've told her to limit phone use and put her phone aside to take a walk, and my advice goes in one ear and out the other. Sometimes I wonder how severe things have to get before she takes action on important matters, but at least she has put her phone aside the past 3 days. Hi and welcome to day 31 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. This is not my usual what I've done for my parents today to retire or care for them type video. I've been plagued with headaches and maybe been cooped up in my room for long periods of time, breathlessness. So it's been hard to look after my parents when I'm not in the best state myself, and my mom seeks attention with frequent calls. When I tell her about my headaches that's making it hard to talk, she then starts telling me about her headaches and how it's much worse than mine. And before this becomes a venting video, the point of me sharing this is to show the reality of caring for family, especially when they might be difficult to care for. It's not always unicorns and rainbows caring for them and being appreciated. A lot of the time, it's no or little appreciation, arguments, unhappiness, frustration, and pain. And when my cup is not filled, it's way harder to care for them. While I've been working on patience, tolerance, and understanding when communicating with my mom, I realize that I'm still a work in progress. Sometimes I just don't have the bandwidth to be giving, loving, and caring, and that's okay. It's okay to fill my own cup first before I do it all over again. Hi and welcome to day 32 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. In good moments with my parents, I question if it's the right decision to move out or if that's the most filial thing for me to do. It hits hard particularly when it's getting late and I have to say goodbye to them after visiting them. In my part of the world, it's not a given that when you turn 18, you're out the house. In fact, people think twice before moving out. I thought long and hard myself, and right before my move, I was still worried, uncertain, and sad because it felt like a breakup with my parents. Now that it's been a few years, I find our relationship growing in a healthy manner, although there are still a fair share of downs. I remind myself that progress isn't always linear. Moving out is also my way of filling my cup, giving myself a peaceful environment to grow so I can be there for my parents, caring for them in the best way I can. Hi and welcome to day 33 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. Remember how I mentioned I've been having headaches lately? My mom is just like me. Both of us have headaches quite often. Like mother, like daughter, but not in a good way. When I chanced upon this migraine relief cap through a YouTube short, I knew I had to get it. Particularly when I don't want my family to rely on medication too much. It works by applying cold therapy to the head to reduce pain. I like that it doubles up as an eye mask because light can make it more uncomfortable when you're already having a headache. Even if the headaches can be quite persistent or bad at times, I hope this can help mom reduce the number of painkillers she takes or give her temporary relief. Hi and welcome to day 34 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. Remember how I mentioned my parents were skillful in the art of accumulating things, whether they be useful or not? The house was worse before looking like this now. I know my dad likes to photocopy and keep a ton of worksheets and assessment books, especially because he's an educator, but oftentimes they sit there untouched. So I started decluttering for him, and the fact of the matter is, he didn't even remember 99% of what he kept. He just knew that there were fewer things in the house and more things being thrown out or recycled. I understand that them keeping things could come from a place of lack. They think that they need to have more than enough for a rainy day, or that some trinket will come in handy down the road should they need to repair something. I'm trying to change their mindset now rather than discard their things by force, and I hope this will work better for the long term. Hi and welcome to day 35 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. I brought my dad out for a tour recently, and it's not any ordinary tour. It's the H Plus Living Lab Tour. I knew about it from a webinar by the National Library Board. I signed up without knowing what it was all about. It just seemed beneficial for my parents. Feel free to pause the video to understand what it's all about. I wanted to find out what's out there to help my parents improve their quality of life, and sure enough, I was pleasantly surprised. It started with these unique cutlery that were catered to people with disabilities or illnesses. I was mind blown with the creativity and innovation. The chopsticks are way easier to hold and grip items. This fork is almost like an electric toothbrush and can twirl spaghetti for you. We don't even have to use kitchen racks and struggle to open jars when you have these. The plates have a suction base too, so you don't end up accidentally toppling food on yourself. There are so many more items outside of kitchen utensils, which I'd share in my next video.